Hey, I'm at Black Canyon of the Gunnison. Pretty scary. Can't even see the bottom, like until you look over the edge. I'm a little afraid of heights. It is day one of my road trip, my 13-day southern west coast road trip. So I'm in Colorado today, and I'm gonna head to a campsite in Utah this evening. But I just stopped at Black Canyon of the Gunnison because I've never been. It's unbelievable. I can't even tell what I'm looking at. It's so beautiful, and yet it's kind of creepy. The trees and everything, it's just very eerie. Like, look at how weird and twisted the trees are. There's Piper. A rainstorm just came through. We actually had to run for cover in the car. Hey, it's day 2 of my Southern West Coast road trip, and I'm in Arizona. I'm at Monument Valley Navajo Tribal Park right now. So check out some of these mesas or buttes, or check out these rock formations. They're unbelievable, and the color is just amazing. We're walking on this like fine red sand. Well, here it's more like dirt, but it's like we're at the beach, but it's red sand. Really reminds me of Minecraft, honestly. Then we camped at Devil's Canyon Campground in Monticello, Utah. So that was pretty cool. What wasn't cool is I went to get up this morning at 5, which is gonna be my normal time. We heard like coyotes howling. So I was like, okay, we're going back to bed. So we just went back to bed until the sun came up, which was at 6:30. But it was amazing the amount of stars we saw. Every single inch of the sky was covered in stars. It was so beautiful. And then today we just drove through Utah, well, the southern corner, and now we're in Arizona. And we just saw all these amazing red rock formations. It's really cool. So now we're going hiking here, and we're gonna do a scenic drive. And then all we have left today is we're driving to the Grand Canyon for tomorrow's hike. Last night, and I checked out the bridle path on the North Rim. I stayed right at the North Rim campground. Beautiful. This morning we walked over to the edge for sunrise and watched that. That was cool. And now we're at Saddle Mountain. It's called Dog Saddle Path. One of the few paths that allow dogs. And it's really ridiculously windy. Check out this view. It was a crazy drive up here. I actually had to stop and get out, and I moved a tree out of the way so we could keep driving, because I was like, I did not drive down this dirt road for like 45 minutes just to turn around. So we're here in Utah again at Cedar Canyon Campground. It's pretty quiet. I think there's a storm moving in, and tomorrow we are going to Sequoia National Park. Dogs aren't allowed except on one trail, so we're gonna go do that one trail. And then we're going to drive to Las Vegas. So we'll time that sometime in the afternoon, because the parking garage, I can park there at 3. And then we'll go and do our little walk of the famous like fountains and everything. And then we'll check in the hotel, and then I'll take a shower and just unwind. So I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, welcome to road trip day 4. It is Wednesday, September 11th. I am in Zion National Park, and here is the Virgin River behind me, where we keep stopping and Piper keeps getting to get a drink. And there's lizards everywhere that she's chasing, and the rock formations are just stunning. Just beautiful red and white rock, and the green trees are so pretty. We're having a great time. We took a nice easy morning this morning, although it was freezing cold. And then we just drove through like little towns in Utah to get here. And later we're gonna go to Las Vegas and get to see some of the cool attractions like the Fountains of Bellagio and the Mirage Volcano. So it should be good. We're gonna stay in the Luxor Hotel and Casino. I'm not big into casinos, but I just think it's cool because it's in the shape of a pyramid and it's like all Egyptian themed. It is day 7 of my road trip, and we are in giant Sequoia National Monument on the Trail of 100 Giants. It's fascinating to see how old the trees get and how large. We were trying to take pictures of us standing next to them for scale. So on day 5, I left my hotel at Las Vegas, Luxor Hotel and Casino, which is really cool, by the way. I don't know if I told you about the Las Vegas Strip. You have to walk up and down and see all the cool stuff. I didn't realize the New York casino, that one's really cool. Like, they have all like the stereotypical buildings, the Empire State Building, the Brooklyn Bridge, and they have a working roller coaster that goes around it. It's just like crazy. It's like miniature New York. And they have the Statue of Liberty. First we walked to the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, which was in the middle of nowhere. It was like the complete other direction, very far south of the strip, but it's a pretty cool sign, so it was worth it to me. And then we walked all the way north to the Fountains of Bellagio. So then I left Las Vegas on day 5 and saw my friend Aaron, and we had dinner. He made some stew, which was really good, and played with his puppy Daisy, who's a baby Rottweiler. She's so sweet, very hyper. We went for a walk. And then the next day I woke up and I drove to Los Angeles to see my friend Emma. We met at Echo Park Lake, which is this beautiful, gorgeous lotus-filled lake in the middle of downtown, and had a great view of the skyline. And it was pretty cool. Oh, and first I went to the Hollywood sign and I took a picture with it, and they have like a little dog park there, so I walked Piper around. And then Emma and I drove to Santa Monica Pier because dogs are allowed on the pier, so we walked out and saw the Pacific for the first time. There was like a crazy amount of fog coming in, and we could see it from like miles away. It was like forming literal clouds as we were driving towards the ocean, but it went away at the very end, so we got some clear photos. And then we drove to our campsite, but we woke up early and we're coming here today, and we're just taking our time, and then we're going to drive 4 hours to a campsite near Yosemite, because tomorrow we're going to drive to Yosemite. Day 9 of my road trip. I'm in San Francisco, trying to give you all a good view of the crazy views. I'm up on top of Mount Davidson and Mount Davidson Park. I love San Francisco. It feels like a more modernized Pittsburgh, I guess, with all the hills and everything. So before I forget, I forgot to say, when I was in LA, I saw the Warner Brothers studio sets. I thought that was so cool. I was just driving and it was like all this beautiful buildings and suddenly the giant logo of Warner Brothers was right there. And I was like, oh, where am I? And then I saw all these signs for like set 7B and blah, blah, blah. It was really cool. Oh, and then the next day I vlogged in Sequoia National Forest and some of the sequoias. And then I went to a different campsite and I just relaxed and read a book. That campsite was near Yosemite National Park. It was really cool. There's also giant sequoias there. And then the next day we went into Yosemite National Park and we did a cool hike on the Wawona Meadow Loop. So that was really cool. Then we went to Yosemite Valley to see all the cool rock formations and everything. And then we went to San Jose. We drove to San Jose through some beautiful California fields again and little hills. And we stayed in a Motel 6. And today we're in San Francisco. So we're going to Baker Beach after this and Lombard Street and then to a campsite near Point Reyes National Seashore.